We have a matchup of second looks today, and I'm backing over the total when the New York Mets take on the Washington Nationals in this now really exciting National League East division. This should be a really good matchup. Let's go and get right to this number. It's 6.5. I think that's a little bit low. What we're finding in this situation is two pitchers who just faced off a couple weeks ago. These teams, well, they both look a little bit different now. Getting a second look at these pitchers. I like for the teams both to have good quality at bats today and to push over this total. And the total, 6.5, set by MLB Oddsmakers. The juice is a little bit higher on over the 6.5, and I think that makes some sense. So there is a little bit of value in going in this over here. Both these teams, we're going to see some disparities as I continue on here talking about the offenses. I'll touch on that in a second. Good chance for them to have a lot of good quality at bats today. Let's talk about these pitchers. Joe Ross gets a start for the Nationals, a rookie, really solid this year, an ERA just over 3 and a whip just under 1. So he's been solid so far this season, coming off a really good outing against Pittsburgh where he allowed just 3 earned runs in 6 innings. But let's not forget the fact he is still a rookie, and this is the second time now he has faced the Mets in just a couple weeks. He is a pretty good strikeout guy so far, at least 34 strikeouts in 32 innings. But I like the Mets to have some good at-bats and a new look Mets offense to get some good at-bats against him today. For the Mets, Jacob deGrom, fantastic season. ERA just over 2. He's got a whip. Again, 0.88, about 0.9. He's been fantastic at home. He's been lights out. Again, though, same scenario. Nationals getting another look at him. It's actually, the Nationals have seen him a couple times already. And his ERA against Washington, 3.63 with a whip just over 1. So a little more pedestrian against Washington. And some interesting facts here I'm going to get to about the offenses. Washington, good road hitting team. Let's just go ahead and jump right into that as to why I think these offenses should push some runs across. Really interesting disparity here. Okay, so you got the Mets. They average at home 4.13 runs per game at home. On the road, they average under 3. Big difference. They're kind of like the Colorado Rockies in that aspect. They're just a really good home hitting team. In OPS, it's the same thing. They average higher at home, and that makes sense, but they do it pretty exponentially. And the Nationals, here's the interesting part. It's the same thing, but opposite. They average more on the road than they do at home. On the road, they average at home, they average 3.72 runs per game, but on the road, 4.6. Really interesting type of team. They like to travel. They hit well on the road, at least, that's for sure. So, and in OPS, just like the Mets, but opposite, same thing. Washington's road numbers are better than at home. So, very interesting disparities here between the home offense and the road offense. They both match up really well here. Two pitchers, two good pitchers, two young pitchers, and they're seeing, these offenses are seeing them again for the second time in a short amount of time. I like for over this total here. I don't think it's going to be a super high scoring affair, but I like to get over this 6.5. So that's my over the total play in Major League Baseball today, over the 6.5 between the Mets and the Nationals. And I wish you luck on your plays of the day.